Welcome back to Smart Dollar Mindset, the channel dedicated to helping you achieve financial freedom through smart money habits and investing. Today, we're talking about something controversial but important: bad money advice. You've probably heard phrases like, just save everything, buy a house, it's always a good investment, or never use credit. These bits of advice sound simple, even logical. But when followed blindly, they can destroy your financial potential. This video isn't about blaming anyone. It's about relearning money truths, understanding how to think critically, not emotionally, when it comes to financial decisions. Because the truth is, some of the most popular money advice out there has kept millions of people stuck, broke, or even in debt for life. So if you've ever wondered why you're doing everything right, but still not building wealth, this video will open your eyes. Let's break down the money advice that ruined lives and how you can avoid it. Bad advice #1. Just save more money. This one sounds harmless, right? But it's incomplete. The problem isn't saving, it's only saving. We were taught to stash money in a savings account, collect interest, and be safe. But in today's world, savings accounts barely keep up with inflation. Example: imagine saving $10,000 in a bank that pays 0.5% interest. Inflation averages 3–4%. That means you're losing money every year in purchasing power. The advice to just save made sense decades ago when interest rates were high. Today, it's dangerous. It tricks people into thinking safety equals progress. Here's the truth: you can't save your way to wealth. You need to invest, not just save. Use your savings as a foundation for opportunity, not as your final destination. Bad advice #2. A house is always a good investment. This is one of the biggest financial myths in modern culture. Yes, homeownership can be great, but it's not automatically a good investment. People forget that owning a home comes with property taxes, maintenance costs, insurance repairs, mortgage interest. Example: John bought a $400,000 house. Over 30 years, he'll pay around $680,000 with interest, taxes, and upkeep. If that house appreciates to $600,000, it looks like a gain. But after costs, he's actually behind. Buying a home makes sense if you plan to stay long-term, manage maintenance, and don't overextend yourself. But for many, renting and investing the difference yields higher returns. A home isn't an investment, it's a lifestyle decision. Treat it as such. Bad advice #3. Go to college at any cost. This one has trapped millions. Education is valuable, but student debt can destroy financial freedom if you don't plan wisely. Many people were told, it doesn't matter what degree you get, just get one. Now they're sitting on $80,000 of debt for a degree that pays $40,000 a year. The problem isn't education, it's overpaying for it without strategy. Example: you could attend a community college for 2 years, transfer to a university, and graduate debt-free, or nearly. But instead, millions borrow tens of thousands to attend schools they can't afford for jobs that don't exist. The new rule: only borrow for education that guarantees a return. If your degree doesn't justify the debt, rethink it. Bad advice #4. Never use credit cards. This is another half-truth. Yes, credit cards can destroy people when misused, but avoiding them entirely can also limit your financial growth. Why? Because credit is a tool. If you use it wisely, paying balances in full, using cashback cards, and keeping utilization low, it can build your credit score and give you access to better rates, rewards, and leverage for big purchases. The problem isn't credit, it's undisciplined spending. Example: Sarah uses her credit card for monthly expenses, pays it in full, and earns $1,000 a year in cashback and travel rewards. Mike cuts up his cards, uses debit only, and misses out on rewards and travel perks. Both are smart, but one plays the game better. Credit cards aren't the enemy. Ignorance is. Bad advice #5. Buy now, pay later. Buy now, pay later sounds like flexibility, but it's a debt trap disguised as convenience. You see this everywhere: Klarna, Afterpay, Affirm. These companies make spending easy. Too easy. The problem? It trains your brain to think, I can afford it later. Example: Emily bought $1,000 worth of clothes with a 4 payments of $250 plan. She did this 3 times in a month. Suddenly, she owed $750 the next month without realizing it. When you use these systems, you're surrendering control. You're building habits of consumption instead of patience. Real wealth isn't built by spending money you don't have, it's built by learning to delay gratification. Bad advice #6. You'll always have a car payment. This one is pure marketing. The auto industry has convinced people that debt is normal. Everyone has a car payment. But here's the truth: car payments destroy wealth. Example: the average new car payment in America is $735/month. That's $8,820 a year. If you invested that instead at 8% for 10 years, you'd have over $128,000. Most people drive depreciating assets while struggling to build wealth. The alternative? Buy used, pay cash, and invest what you save. Bad advice #7. Follow your passion, money will follow. This sounds romantic, but it's often disastrous advice. Passion doesn't always pay the bills. Some passions make money, others don't. The truth is, passion is important, but skill and demand matter more. You can be passionate about art, but if you never learn to monetize it, it becomes a hobby, not a career. The key is to combine what you love, what you're good at, and what people will pay for. That's where sustainable income happens. Bad advice #8. Don't worry about investing until you're older. This one kills long-term wealth. People delay investing because they think they'll do it later. The problem is, later never comes. Example: Alex invests $300/month starting at age 25. Maria waits until 35. At 8% growth, Alex has $1 million by 65. Maria? $440,000. That 10-year delay cost her over $500,000. The earlier you start, the less you have to invest and the more time your money has to grow. Bad advice #9. Debt is a tool. This advice is dangerous when misunderstood. Yes, debt can be leveraged intelligently in business or investing, but consumer debt is poison. Too many people justify their lifestyle by calling debt leverage. In reality, it's just overspending. Smart debt builds wealth. Stupid debt builds regret. Example: using debt to buy an appreciating asset like a rental property is strategic. Using debt to buy luxury furniture or vacations is financial suicide. Debt can either make you rich or keep you poor. It depends how you use it. Bad advice #10. Retire at 65. This is outdated thinking. Why should your life's freedom be postponed until an arbitrary age? The goal isn't to retire late, it's to become financially free early, so you can choose how to live. Example: Mark invested 20% of his income starting at 25. By 45, he had enough in investments to work part-time doing what he loved. Meanwhile, his coworker who planned to retire at 65 is still working 40 hours a week just to pay bills. Financial freedom isn't about age, it's about control. How to think differently. Now that we've dismantled bad advice, here's the mindset that creates real wealth. Don't follow trends, study principles. Understand money before taking advice about it. Question everything. Just because everyone believes it doesn't make it true. Learn before you leap. Financial decisions have long-term consequences. Be patient with results, but urgent with action. Wealth takes time, but every smart move compounds. Final thoughts. Money advice ruined my life because I followed it blindly. I saved without investing. I borrowed for things I didn't need. I took advice from people who were broke. And that's when I realized most people repeat advice, but few understand it. The turning point came when I stopped listening to noise and started studying money deeply. I learned that true wealth isn't built by doing what's normal. It's built by questioning everything, building assets, and creating income streams that work for you. If you're serious about financial freedom, remember this: most bad advice comes from good intentions, but good intentions don't pay bills. You owe it to yourself to think differently, to stop following trends, to stop being average, because average is broke. Start today. Learn, invest, build, grow, and never let someone else's outdated advice dictate your future. If this video helped you see money differently, hit that subscribe button and join Smart Dollar Mindset, where we turn financial confusion into financial clarity. Your journey to financial freedom starts with knowledge, and your best investment is yourself.